right now here on Substack. I'll publish this to YouTube later on. Um, yeah, the No King protest was very big. Uh, Participating in the No Kings protest because democracy isn't going to save itself. We're going to maintain our democracy, and um we're gonna we are gonna um we are gonna yeah, sorry, for my poor choice of words. Um, we're going to sustain it, and we're going to sustain it, maintain it, and keep authoritarian narcissists away from destroying our country and our democracy. Um, the No Kings protest was very successful. I mean, I haven't joined participated in No Kings protest like 9 months ago I because we live in Minnesota and I've never participated in a No King protest, but I watched it. It was fun and all. Um, it was fun and remarkable. Yeah, coming from coming from as a conservative independent because I'm a pro democracy conservative. And I'm not sure if you all can hear me okay because in my last live stream on Substack, which I did upload to YouTube, I wasn't aware of I had my AirPods on to because I tried to keep my voice loud as I can, and yeah, it was like on and off. I switched it was like on and off, and if you can, but yeah, if you don't know what I was Trump's idea that he's gonna solve the Iran war, which he said that he was gonna solve and he's gonna end wars if he were elected because compulsive in the White House. So yeah, I do hope one day in the midterms, Democrat and once Democrats take over the House and the Senate, I hope I I hope they will soon get Trump out of. I assume they will get Trump the hell out of office. Yeah, sorry, excuse my language. Um, this and yeah, why hasn't Congress? Yeah, if you're asking why hasn't Congress done anything to get Trump out of office before midterms? Well, this is well, this well, I would say two types. Well, I would say two things. They sold their souls out for money, or they're just being cowards. Yeah, and they're unacceptable. And yeah, that's unacceptable. And yeah, I mean, remember the Republican Party used to be about used to be all about law and order, like Richard Nixon. Uh, like he was the one that started the Watergate scandal in 1972, just months before the election, and around October. months after his inauguration, the Congress had been planning to impeach had been planning to impeach Nixon. Um, and they and around August of 1974, uh, um, he resigned from office knowing he would be convicted if the House had enough impeachment votes. So he resigned from office and having Gerald Ford taken over his taking. If Donald Trump had resigned, we would have JD Vance's office. But yeah, we don't want to do that because he's way worse than Trump. But I digress. We're gonna s- we're gonna go. We're gonna keep answering the question why Congress had done their thing to get Trump out of office before midterms. But yeah, like I said, cowardice and selling their souls out for uh and to further answer that question, would question, Kong and if Kong and to further that question only on one thing, if they don't do if they don't do by representing if they don't do what tell them to get Trump out of office before midterms, they sh- they're they're declared unfit for office and they should be out of Congress. And we will replace them with stronger leaders, no matter what affiliation, but except for the Republican Party because the party sold their souls out from you know they sold their souls and they flawed to an evil man, fit, but way more corrupt. And and one day when Trump is gone, democracy will will make sure we will never have authoritarian narcissists take over our country again. Um, and I'm not sure if you have heard this, and I'm not sure if this question has been asked before, but when will the Republican Party be back away from Trumpism when Trump is gone? Will they reform themselves or will it continue staying that way for the rest of its life? Well, to be honest, I don't know. But but one th- but, but one thing for sure, I don't know what will happen to the party when Trump is gone. But one thing I that if do know that if one thing I do know that the MAGA movement will crumble when Trump is no longer in office without one man, uh, because without one man, that is all that it is all around in the movement. The one man and one leader who has all of the charisma, uh, it will crumble. It will reach a breaking. it will reach a breaking point. It will suddenly die. I'm not saying completely, but I would say slowly, or maybe I would say half slowly, half completely. Okay. And yeah, if you want, and would you want to see like the night view? And yeah, you cannot zoom in. And yeah, I like doing Saturday night lives. I mean, this is my first one. I did one with a participant that subscribed to me. You know, we subscribed to each other, but that one didn't come in. So I'll just do one myself. I'll just talk to myself and just cry on the floor that I'm just going crazy. Um, and yeah, if yeah, I know you love nature as much as I do, but let's switch the camera again if you love the view. Here we go. Look, the trees. Ooh, those hills look really cool. So much to stand up. Oh yeah, it's just better, much like, and yeah, I've seen this in my windows a lot. Yeah, I've seen that poster in my window a lot, many times. And you want to see it? Here it is. Yeah, Kamala Harris for president. You know, I never endorsed Kamala Harris for president because I was 15 years old at the time, but I did endorse her for president coming from as a conservative independent. Oh, and one more thing with Dream. Um, wh- and I'll answer this. uh, I'll I'll answer the. I mean, and I'll answer this question for those who have been asking us many times. Will we go back to the Will we go back to the pre-Trump America? Um, say sure. I mean, I'm not saying sure, I'm not saying no, but yeah, you can see the moon. But sorry, it's distracted by the moon. I would say depends how far in the future, but uh, but if you fast forward 1 year, you'll see that people still support Donald Trump. If you fast forward 10 or 20 years, there is not going to be a single person that will ever admit they supported Donald Trump. But sorry, just heard someone laughing. Not sure if you can hear from through the camera audio. Um, yeah, if but yeah, it will be that. But yeah, that's my optimistic view of that. But that's my optimistic view of what will happen when Trump is gone, and we go back to the pre-Trump America. So yeah, so yeah, that's it. But also impeach impeach Trump now. Also, okay, goodbye, everybody. Also subscribe.